All right, this is 2019 Lincoln Navigator, the biggest of the biggest SUVs. I rented it for the weekend, and this here is the key. It's a fairly big key, probably suits the demeanor of the car, but still the buttons are laid out in a kind of a dumb fashion. You have to look at them every time to see which one is which. And then the trunk opens with 2 clicks and the car starts with 2 clicks. It can easily be done with 1 click. In this one, maybe a long press. I don't know. I find it's quite big and hefty. All right. The wheels are big. Everything in this car is big. So I'm not gonna keep saying that the headlights are big and all those things. Everything is big. That's an obvious. What's important is the luxury. So when you walk up to the car, if you have the keys on you and you unlock the car, the side steps deploy. It's a really nice blue soft leather interior on the inside. Sorry, the car is a little dirty. Has a soft TFT display screen. It doesn't show much, and the big display in the middle, which is kind of right, not off-centered for the driver. It's right in the middle, so it's kind of a reach for the driver. A bunch of buttons here. These seats, if you look at them closely, you see that this switch is like kind of tapered off. So really, if you're trying to push it forward, you really don't have much space to grab the switch itself. Same thing with all these switches. They should be like chunky, blocky switches, but I don't know, they choose to design it like this. Maybe look sleek than the function itself. I think they should be a little bit better. Seats overall, they are adjustable many ways, like 25 different ways. The headrests go forward and backwards, the upper part goes forward and backwards, and so on. A bunch of storage over there. The footrest, the accelerator pedal and the brake pedal are movable by this switch right here, which is very important. For a vehicle of this size, you need to find a perfect place to, for the reachability. This is the trunk release, headlight control. The headlight control is not very quick. Like I've observed that when I go through tunnels, it takes a good 3 to 5 seconds to kick in. This is really nice. I'm kind of going in random details, but I don't want to go over power figures and other stuff that this car has, because that can be found anywhere else. This one is a keypad. That's a nice touch. As soon as you close the door, the last door, let's say this car has 4 doors. If you open any door, obviously the footrest deploy. If you close any door, now all the doors are closed. The car waits for a few seconds and nicely retracts the step over. Then the tail light is nice and chunky. Nothing much going on here. It opens with 2 clicks right here. And not in all the cars, but in this one particularly, yeah, it's huge. I don't think you'll need anything bigger than this. And then in this particular, you can also close it with 2 clicks. It's possible in many of the cars these days, but not all of them, so I just wanted to point that out. The wheels, let's look at these wheels. So the wheels are 22-inch wheels, no surprise there. 45R 285. It's almost a foot wide across. Yeah, more than a foot wide across. Then on this side, again, the door releases. So the door releases are in here, right here. So there's nothing right here, nothing electric. It's right here, and it's kind of weird because maybe a lot of doors do that. And then these are the power windows, central locking. This is kind of a plasticky material. It looks kind of high-end quality, but if you touch it, you know that it's not. Same thing with I don't know if this is what kind of music system it is. You can tell me in the comments below. I apologize, I didn't know. But this music system is kind of curdy. Oh, massage seats right here, and then you can adjust the massage. It's okay. The good thing about the massage seats is that, so this seat has everything in halves, so you can adjust this half and you can adjust this half. So this goes up and down, and this goes up and down separately. Same thing with this, goes forward and backwards. The right, left, and the left half and the right half. These things are adjustable, height adjustable, obviously. And overall, the quality of interior is really nice. You know, like these things right here are very good quality. But then when you start looking at the details, when you drive this car, when you live with this car for a few days, you start to notice certain shortcomings. For example, the transmission is little, it's actually okay. The transmission is okay, but the seats, they look comfortable because they have so many adjustabilities, you know, 20-25 different kinds of adjustability. When you sit in them for a long time, through 3-5 hours, we went to Napa, and it was kind of comfortable. But then it starts to hurt because of the peaks in the seats are too much because of this massaging thing. It has a lot of peaks and ridges in the seat. It's not ideal. So anyways, the car looks beautiful at night. The lights do a little dance show. Even the front symbol is illuminated. The car has cameras all around. It has park assist. It pulls pretty well with the load. Thoughts about the car. Should you buy it? I mean, if you have a big family, yeah, sure, it's an obvious answer. But I think you really don't need it. I think you can buy a van which can have as many people as this one has. It's equally safe. Doesn't matter if this car is bigger than that. Bigger doesn't mean more safe. This car drives well, but it has a lot of slalom. Slalom means it goes right to left, you know, when you're driving on a straight line, and if there is a bump on any side, it goes like this a little bit, you know, too much. But that's physics. It has to go because it's a big, high SUV. And same thing with the nose dive. And when you accelerate it, the hood lifts up a little bit. I mean, not off the ground, but it lifts up a little bit. So the physics is definitely there. The suspension is all right. It doesn't have air suspension, doesn't have soft closing doors, even with this one, which is a black edition, or black label, sorry. Plenty of cubby holes right here one, over there down. One nice thing is it has a wireless charger right here. Works pretty well. I'm sorry about the mess. Then it has 2 cup holders, a little place for the key, and then this one is pretty deep and big. This can easily have maybe like a laptop or an iPad, I don't know. The sunroof is pretty big. It goes up to the headrest of the second row seats, and I don't think you want to have too much of a quick engine for this car. I think the engine needs to have good pulling power, and this one does. But you necessarily will never go quick in this vehicle. I mean, you can't drive this vehicle quick. It's impossible. You could if you put a AMG engine in this, but it's extremely dangerous. You know, you'll kill someone. So overall, it's a nice car. You should rent it. You should rent it for a weekend. You should rent it for a month. You should try it and then buy it. All right, thanks.